Welcome back, finally, to Over the Line Podcast. I'm Gray, here with my co-host.
Bear.
And the next person in line to take a payday from Jake Paul, Jeremy.
Huh.
Yeah. Oh, happy Bobby Bonilla Day.
Oh
Happy.
yeah.
It's a happy day. 1.19 million for what do we got? 9 more years he gets this,
Another,
or 10 more
another,
years?
technically nine, yes, but 10 till 2035.
Oh, that's crazy.
Man,
Man,
what a
I would
what
love
a
to walk in my
genius deal.
mailbox today.
Yeah.
Right. Gets a check, Bobby Bo. What a day. Like just the greatest, one of the greatest. Well, Bobby Bo's got the greatest deal right now until our boy Shohei gets his deferred money years from now. That's going to be fun.
Oh,
Happy Shohei Day, 68 million a year.
that one's different. That's different. But I mean, don't get me wrong. I would love for $1 million check to show up at my house once a year, but Shohei's is going to be that's different. That's different.
It's going to be nuts, to say the least.
Good for him though. Who else? There was someone else. Oh, it's Max Scherzer too. Max Scherzer gets 15.5 million from the Mets. So the Mets are just cutting
Huh.
check. That's only for 5 more years, but so Scherzer's getting 15.5 million from the Mets every July 1st until 2030. And oh, by the way, he signed a $15 million deal with Toronto this year. So he's
Jeez.
also getting that throughout the season, but gets a $15.5 million check today. What a tough life it is. A tough life.
And he's got two different colored eyes.
Yeah, a little bit of a psycho, but I like him.
He is a psycho. Speaking of psychos, so I was at, you heard me mentioning University of Wisconsin this past week
Wisconsin.
and did did the show. Morgan Wallen Stadium is a piece, but we figured out how to navigate it finally. And counting days, we had to park a mile away. So wonderful shiv, parked the vehicle, walked a mile, and then did it at the end of the night. And we had to do that day two, day, show day. On the third day, the show day, we parked. The first show day, we parked about a half mile away in a parking garage, and then the last day, we said, "Fuck it, we'll park in the neighborhood." It says no tickets on the weekend, for more than 2 hours. So we did, and we were good. So we respected it, appreciated it, but stadium was old. Um, had to have random stands all over the stadium, and getting to them was a nightmare. There's no real concourse there, so we had things on like a third level, which is kind of like your, I don't want to say way upper concourse level. It's like mid-level concourse, and but two of the stands were big, but you could not breathe where those two stands were. There was no air circulation. Like it was nuts. But I wasn't up there. I was in the room in the air conditioning. Sorry, fellas. But we weren't really in the room that much because day one we were running like crazy all over that stadium selling that shit. So that was good. But he does a walkout each night. So night one he was supposed to have a walkout, and particular person had to go somewhere else, but came night two, and it was old Mister.
Was that, hold on, wait. Was that person paying taxes somewhere? Or maybe collecting welfare somewhere? Was it that person?
That person.
Yeah, I saw that he came out with old Favre.
Yep. I mean, I went out to the field and went out there one time on night two just to experience it, and I was out there. I just walked. I walked behind around stage during the walkout, and walk because our room was behind stage, so I walked out through the back and right onto the field, and looked at it, and then they had the flames, and they do kind of like Rammstein, where they do but they don't do it to the end of the night, where they shoot the fireworks down, and it comes back and just shoots the fireworks off. So it
Okay.
was pretty cool, but no, it was. I mean, it was fine. Another concert. I'm not a giant fan of him. I respect his music, but whatever. Another show, and then this week we've got, like you heard me mention, Beyonce. Next week we're back to Rock the Country. Week after we're at Rock the Country, and I got to send a bunch of people back to Wisconsin to do Coldplay. So I'm sad I can't go to that one, but I'll send the team. We'll be all right, and look forward to everything because that has led to we've had several missed weeks of this show.
Yeah.
We've been putting
Yeah.
out some episodes, but man, we haven't recorded. What's it been 2 weeks again? I
Probably
feel
three.
I feel like fucking Bruce Pritchard. Like, we can't record the show. We just need to get another person.
Yeah,
They can do it and edit the show.
I can't remember what it had to have been three at least. But yeah, I don't know. It's just that
Dude, we haven't put out an episode since June 19th.
yeah. So
Like,
yeah,
so we recorded on like the 10th. It's been almost a month. It's been 3 weeks.
I was gonna say it's been a little bit. Yeah, and I mean it's the summer comes into my busy time with travel with work as well, and obviously having a baby, so makes it even more. And golf leagues Tuesday nights, so that doesn't help. But we're my captain is fair this year, so I've already played three times. He's getting everyone else on, so I got an off night tonight, and I actually wasn't mad missing golf. So get a little bit
And
of R&R.
and we're gonna hit the under on the Jeremy bet, which is awesome
Only, only
because
because we rigged it like way too big, so
so
it's
if
on a
you bet
road.
the under, you're gonna hit. But yeah, no, we got a lot. So I mean, we could start getting into this. Let's start a little different though. Let's go into WWE. I almost said Money in the Bank, but it was Night of Champions, Blood Money Part 4.
Yeah, Night of
There's
Champion.
7 or 12 or 14, I don't know.
Yeah.
Blood Money something. Speaking of which, my boy Chase, he was with me this weekend. I had him as a runner
mm,
this weekend. My boy, he brought me an awesome program from the St. Louis Backlash,
mm,
and he brought me a Elimination Chamber jersey when they were in Montreal. I think it was 23, like a hockey jersey.
yeah.
Often when we're talking
Cool.
about stuff, go grab that. It was sweet. I'm like, dude, why you just pawning off your shit you don't want to me? He gave me some Prime bottles with like, he's like, I figured you might have this one. It was the SummerSlam Prime. I'm like, I drank it and threw it away, and then he gave me the WrestleMania 41 Prime bottle. I was like, man, I'm gonna drink these. I'll keep the bottle. He's like, don't drink them. They're collectibles. I'm like, I'll keep the bottle if it makes you happy, but I'll probably drink them.
Hey, it helps when you know people. It helps getting them gifts. But yeah, it is probably collectible. But yeah, it'll help out. Get a little more shit in the basement so it works out.
Dude, I told him, I was like, and we'll talk about this, but I was like, bro, I'm glad your dad didn't take that bump that Lil Nate did. Holy shit. Like I was
Yeah.
with him and I said, "Did you see this?" Because he's like, when's Chamber on tomorrow? Or he's like, when's it on tomorrow? I said, no, it was on today. He's like, oh
Yeah,
shit. We missed it because we were at the show and I was like, yeah. And then I was like, look at this. And I pulled it up because you sent it to me. And I was like, look at this. And he's like,
hilarious.
oh shit, or Charles. I was like, dude, I'm glad
That
it's
was
not your
great.
dad. And he's like, dude, my dad's got a bad back. He'd be gone. So it was crazy to see, but man, Cena gave it to him too. I mean, he looked and saw it coming. You could see it when you watch it. He's like, "Oh, it's coming," and I was like, "Man, if I was him, I wouldn't even have looked."
So good. So I mean, yeah, just I love it. The callbacks and everything. I mean, with Robinson running down that ramp, though, everyone thinks he's gonna be
Yeah.
fine. I mean, it's just new, right? And it's something you don't see. Like you never. When was the last time you seen? When was the last time you seen a wrestler taking out a ref running down a ramp? Never. I mean, maybe maybe against like Taker or something back in the '90s when they'd have the fake security guards and shit run down. But this was so good, so good, just great stuff.
Yeah, it was.
Oh, damn, Darren Waller's unretiring.
Yeah, a lot of news. A lot of news. You got
We'll
traded.
get
So,
into that. Sorry, I keep
um,
watching sports. I need to stop watching.
yeah, the I didn't watch Night Champion. It's on at 1 o'clock on Saturday, unfortunately. So right, not a great time. But it seemed like a good card from the highlights that I saw. Pretty predictable on our end. Everyone got five. I'm the only one that got Solo right. Everybody got Fatu, or everyone picked Fatu except me, and then everyone picked Sammy, and I'm the only one that picked Karrion Cross. That's how we got to 5 out of 10 for everybody. But yeah, Sammy ended up beating Karrion Cross. I figured Scarlett would have got involved, something along those lines. I'm just kind of surprised they're just not pushing Karrion Cross. Like I figured they would give him some wins. Jeremy, what do
Yeah,
you think?
I wish they would because I think he's the total package, I mean, no offense to Kluger, but yeah, I just think I don't know why he doesn't seem to get over right now.
I don't know. I mean, it seems like he does with the fans as backstage stuff gets people to either boo or cheer. That's what
Yeah.
gets you somewhere. But yeah, why Cross just hasn't gotten there? I don't know. I mean, it's Sami Zayn, right? He's tippy
And
top, but
and he's super popular over there too, so
yeah, interesting for sure on that one. Rhea Ripley beat Raquel Rodriguez in a street fight. I think it ended by her doing like a suplex or something off of a table on the turnbuckle. I think I saw that right. Again, didn't watch it, but Rhea gets her win, no surprise. But I think Raquel is going to be there, show that she can fight. The United States Championship match, we have a new United States champion. Solo Sikoa beat his bloodline cuz Jacob Fatu. I don't find this surprising. I don't find it surprising because Fatu's going on to bigger and better. They needed someone to get that belt because I think it sounds like an Intercontinental Championship run will be coming for him next, I would imagine. Not quite for the world title. Maybe they sprinkle it in just to see like how he reacts and how he does in a match like that.
Well,
But
I don't know, man. To me, it seems like he would be the guy to go face Gunther next.
well, what happens when Oldberg beats him here in next week
Well,
or this weekend
it's
or
his last
whatever?
match, so
Oh,
they'll put a tournament up for the title.
Mm. And maybe that's what they'll sign up
And
for.
that's next week, isn't it? Yeah, that's next week.
Is it this Saturday, the 5th, or is
Next
it the
week,
12th?
12th.
Okay. Okay. Which is good. I doubt they would do anything or the day after the 4th of July. So, okay. Yeah. I mean, unfortunately, that'll be, I, I just hope, I know it's going to happen, but I really hope Gunther does job to freaking Goldberg, man.
oh, I know. It'd be
But
awful.
ugh, it'd be gross. We'll skip the Cena Punk till the end here. Your Queen of the Ring tournament winner gets a championship match at SummerSlam, and that is Jade Cargill. I think good for her. We all know she was going to get a push. It was just a matter of time. I think she had to hone up her skills. The last few pay-per-views, she's looked good. So, it should be a good match. Do we know who she's going to face yet? Is it going to be Tiff or do we know?
Mm,
Okay.
I
Yeah,
think it's
I
her
don't think.
choosing.
Yeah, we don't know yet. I don't think.
Okay. I didn't know if they announced it. I haven't watched anything. I didn't, like I said, I didn't see this, so I wasn't sure, but she'll make a good match out of it, but I think she'll definitely be our next women's champ and carry the belt for a little bit. And I think her and Rhea will be a great match to build for WrestleMania next year. Two just
Oh yeah.
powerhouse brute women. It'll be fun. That'll be a lot of fun. And then the King of the Ring men's tournament, we had Cody versus Randall Keith Orton. We all knew Cody was winning that one. Come on.
Oh yeah.
It's his title match. Gets a rematch at Cena. The question is, does Cena drop it at SummerSlam? Or do we
Yeah.
chase all the way till the end of the year?
Yeah, that's a big question there.
I love it.
I and I'm not sure which way to lean on that one.
That's why I like the storytelling because I think you could go either way, right? I think it's a
Yeah.
50-50 sort of deal on this. So it's fun. There's not oh, well, Cena will be here till Survivor Series, so you know he's going to keep the belt.
Right, right.
Or how do we know Cody doesn't win it and Cena wins it back sometime down the line and gets
Yeah,
it 19,
that
Who knows?
could happen.
That would be fun. And then in the main event, Cena, CM Punk, John Cena ended up retaining his title over CM Punk Thugonomics. Him coming out to
Tough.
and rapping. Oh my goodness. So good. CM coming out and rapping, coming out with the old school Doctor of Thugonomics. That was fantastic. Absolutely loved it. Loved it.
Did you see it, Jeremy?
I saw bits and pieces, but yeah, I saw that part. That was great.
That dude, it was so good.
Yeah. I mean, he comes out in the Cubs jersey,
Yeah.
has the lock chain, right?
Yeah.
Necklace. Just
Oh my God.
so it was fantastic. Just great stuff right there. Yeah, he ended up losing. Lil Nate takes the bump from Cena, which is great. Great heel stuff still. But so good. And then what? Rollins wanted to come out. He wanted to cash in, I think, and then I think it failed or
Yeah,
it never happened, right?
right. Exactly, because he knocked her. So you got John Cena, John Cena. So, hey, even the guys over there in Saudi can say it. Well, I give him credit. It was loud as shit.
So good. The backwards
But,
towel. I love
it's
it.
still the best. Backwards towel, backwards belt. It's like, I can't believe people never thought of this. But when he turns, it's going to be huge when he goes back to being a face. Like,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. And maybe I'm sort of thinking maybe at SummerSlam, maybe he does, and then he can have a run the last half of the year as a face.
yeah.
But I don't know.
Here we go.
Kroger shoppers
Oh,
get
come on, you
high
piece of
quality
shit.
Oh, Kroger.
Kroger.
Pumping in.
For everyone.
Cut the
Kroger.
check, Kroger.
Night of Champions is now a formality, and CM Punk can do nothing about it.
His face is perfect when he hears it.
Punk life.
The best.
Thank you.
So good. Whoever's idea this was is a genius.
It had to be Bruce. It had to be. Or Hayes, but.
We've been wanting him to come out to that, but this just makes it even better. My favorite's the drug free.
Yeah, this is
Oh,
nuts.
yeah.
The briefs and everything, dude, like, is perfect.
Wait, John Cena looking in a mirror from like 20 years ago.
I forgot how much I love this entrance thing. Although the outfit maybe not
One
so
of the
much.
best entrances of all time.
Oh, yeah. I just love his stoic look, too. Everything. Bulls hat, fucking Cubs jersey, everything. I would see a clip where he mouthed to him like that only you can see to Cena that he's gonna miss him. He's trying not to laugh. Him too.
How they couldn't. How they could keep straight face with this. Ooh, that's good.
Cena's had some great facials the last few months.
Yes.
Yo, check it. This is
Hear any
basic
of this.
punkonomics. Don't adjust your television set. Your eyes are working just right. This clown plagiarized my pipe bomb, so now I'm stealing word life. And you had to rip me off to cut your best promo, just to distract from the fact that we all see you move in slow-mo. Remember when he used to rap? Yeah, you deserve all the criticism. You're like a Timu Macklemore, but with Mackle-less rhythm. And he said I'm a problem. He called me a player hater. Let's be honest. John Cena's buried more talent than The Undertaker.
Oh.
That's why he's the champ. And he went and lost all his respects. But hey, John, I get it. I'd retire too if this place rehired my ex.
Good.
If you never said your prayers, ate your vitamins, or fixed your bald spot, you wouldn't be a pro wrestler. You'd be a Boston mall cop.
The savings are
Oh, Best Buy, what are you doing?
Come on, Best Buy. Got the check.
But hey, he gets good movie roles, that much is a fact. But then we see Batista act, and we realize that John ain't that. Same shirt, same hat. Man, your persona state tragic. You're like a fish belly white Hulk Hogan, but somehow more problematic.
Billy White. Hogan.
Riyadh gets all the good shit.
Yo, when it comes to best in the world, I'm your vessel, because millions chant my name, and at you they chant, you can't wrestle. Get it in while you can. In 6 months, he'll be gone, and I'll still be here having fun. He won't have time for you little people anymore. He'll be busy washing underwears for James Gunn. Yeah, he's a superhero now. He works for DC, but no matter how hard you try, you'll still always be the Marine to me. Straight to DVD. Better find a PS3. I now understand you can't see me. It's a hell of a catchphrase, John, but now it's all done, because we all see you, and we're looking at a washed up bum. "14 years ago today, I dropped a legendary pipe bomb, and you tried to make it all about you, because that's what you do, John. You're a leech. You're a phony. You're a fraud. You're an ass kiss. 17-time world champion, but ain't never been on my class."
Bitch.
You said it right there. I'm gonna miss you.
Before you go, John, there's one more wish to make. Tomorrow night, you're gonna lose to Kendrick, because, bitch, you're my Drake.
Oh my gosh.
A bit of verbal payback for CM Punk tonight.
God, heel Cena's just the best.
As we get set,
And I'm glad
That was
Punk came
great.
back. Yes, it was.
perhaps for the final.
Honestly, though, after rewatching that and listening to it, I wouldn't be surprised if Cena wrote that.
Oh,
I
you're
can
right,
see
he
that
probably
actually.
Wouldn't be shocked. I mean,
Yeah.
that was good stuff right there. I would
It
not be
was
shocked
really
if Cena
good.
wrote some of that. Like, hey, dig me on this, boys. I can see that.
Well, that's the best part is Cena is willing to laugh at himself, and put things out there like that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So I love it.
And he always has too, which is
When
great.
when you
Yeah.
said it, I was like, "What?" And I opened up, I'm like, "No fucking way!"
Yeah.
I showed Chase, and he was like, "Bro," I'm like, "Unreal." And he's like, "Of course I missed the best shit." I was like, "I know, that
I know.
sucks."
I wasn't even. I was watching the race, and I just happened to be scrolling. I was like, "Oh shit!" Then I watched it. I'm like, "Oh, this is awesome."
So good. Oh gosh. Oh, did you see? By the way, on I know we covered through this whole thing, and Cena won, and knocked out Charles Robinson. The Judgment Day won the tag titles last night from New Day.
Oh
did
yeah, yeah. I heard about that.
Finn Balor, JD McDonough, and I
Okay.
think they're the actual champs, right?
I was gonna
I,
ask you who the actuals are.
I don't know.
Sheamus fought Rusev, I know that.
I don't know what's going on with New Day. It's just not working
They
right
don't
now.
have Big E, yeah.
Yeah.
Rusev beat Sheamus. Raquel. Oh, and Raquel and Roxanne are your women's tag team champions. Interesting. So basically, New Day's the champs. Huh. Oh my God. Did you see this? Oh my gosh. Hold on. I gotta try to share screen again. Oh my gosh. What in the blue hell?
Jackie, we've got a lot of work to do.
Oh,
But first things first, I'm getting myself in that battle royal for Evolution. Because believe me, I...
I love the looks on.
I love how they had to have
Said
someone tall do it.
Forward.
what?
I love how they had someone tall do it.
Yeah, it was Ludwig Kaiser. They're like, you read that?
Yeah.
El Grande Americano grew a few inches and carried himself oddly like Ludwig Kaiser.
Oh my God.
So good.
Yeah, so it
Oh my
sounds like
God.
Gable's going to be out for a little while with that injury. So I don't know what that'll be interesting when he gets back. If we're going to have two of them or what.
Oh my gosh.
I hope so.
So Seth Rollins said he didn't go to cash in his money in the bank, but wanted to cost CM Punk the win, which he did. Because they kind of played into that a little bit, like, you know, Cena was going to do kind of a face turn, but then, but they played it well. That Rollins did what he needed to do to stop him from winning the championship, and now here we are. And what did you say? Saturday night's main events here in a couple weeks.
Yeah. Yep. Saturday night's main event is the 12th, like you said. Then they have Evolution on the 13th. I don't really, it's nothing we're gonna pick. 'Cause
No,
I mean, they say it's a PLE, but it really isn't. So yeah, really the next PLE isn't until SummerSlam, August 2nd and 3rd. And I was looking up AEW because I wanted to see when theirs was, and it looks like AEW All In is July 12th.
same day as main event.
Yes. Yep. And it's going to be at Globe Life there in Arlington where the Rangers play. And I guess it's going to be on Amazon Prime Video, allegedly.
Really?
Wow, interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. It'll be fun.
So, yeah, couple PPVs coming up.
Nice. Well, now that wrestling's out of the way, updated standings there. 43 Gray, 41 Bear, 38 Peapod, 34 Jeremy, 24 Jake, 10 Dub, 6 Schwab, 4 Cody, 3 Cody Jr.
We got to get Cody Jr. to make some more picks to pass his dad there.
Yeah, no shit. We need him on there. But I guess Bear, what happened in golf? Well, I guess the last couple weeks.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, don't remember all the weeks. We can go with the US Open. Obviously, that was the big one that we missed. JJ Spawn makes a huge putt on the 18th hole to birdie and win. I think it was like a 45 footer across the green. It was awesome. JJ Spawn wins his first major. You
I was
know,
so happy for him. That was great.
it
That was
was
really
great to
cool.
see, especially the way he started. I mean, he started so bad. I
Yeah,
mean, God, he hit a perfect shot on two, hits the flagstick, and spins literally 112 feet off the green. I mean, the dude should have been 2 feet away. But I mean, he took every punch and he just stayed there and he took it, man. And he ended up winning. I love to see it. It was a tough track at Oakmont. And he just played well all week. So happy to see J Spawn get his first major. That was nice. Travelers Championship was last week. I'm sorry, 2 weeks ago, excuse me. Tommy Fleetwood has the lead going in, has never won on the PGA Tour, and still didn't. Bogey 17, bogeys 18. Keegan Bradley birdies
oh,
18 and wins the Travelers Championship for the third time. Pretty much his home area. He's from Boston, that Connecticut area, hometown guy there. So Keegan won the Travelers. And this last week up in Detroit at the Rocket Mortgage Classic, we had a three-man playoff between Chris Kirk, Aldrich Potgieter, and Max Geiserman. Kirk ended up, I think, bogeying the second playoff hole or third playoff hole. I can't remember. They went to 5 playoff holes. Potgieter ended up finally winning, making a 12-foot birdie putt to beat Geiserman. Greisman had 2 putts to win in the playoff, missed them both probably by about a half an inch each time. So yeah, Potgieter gets his first win, 20 years old, on the PGA Tour. The kid can
crazy.
smoke the ball,
Yeah.
196 mile an hour ball speed. That is stupid fast. I mean I think the tour average is like 178, and he's hitting a 196. It's insane. The kid's got a great future ahead of him. Love to see him do well. He should have won in Mexico earlier this year, lost in a playoff, blew it in a playoff, really. That's tough to come back from. So happy to see him win this one in a playoff in Detroit. It's good to see. This week, and I'm sorry, let's give everyone, we didn't have a great week last week. Gray had the best with Keegan Bradley at a 41. I had Cam Young at a 46. Parrott had Webb Simpson at a 51, and Jeremy Gordon Sargent at a 67. Dub and Cody don't pick. We all know that. So your updated standings, we have myself with a slight lead over Gray, very slight, 30.2. Gray at 30.3. Jeremy 33.5 still there. Parrot 37.1, not out of it. Cody and Dub are definitely out of it. We all know that. This
Yeah,
week, John Deere.
you got 4 points on me. I looked at it today.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. That's
It's gonna
close.
be, yeah, it's gonna be good. We still have 8 tournaments left this year, so it's gonna be a tight run down the stretch. It's gonna be fun though. Gonna be good for golf, and like I said, Jeremy and Parrott not out of it by any means. It's gonna be a tight one down the stretch. Anything can happen. This week, John Deere Classic, staple on the tour. In Illinois. They run this everything. This is probably the easiest course they play all year on tour. You're going to see some low scores here. Last year, 28 under won it. Davis Thompson won it. Pretty nuts. But I am going with a guy who's been in the top 10 here the last 4 years since they didn't get canceled for COVID. So I'm going with Denny McCarthy.
I was going to go with Ben Griffin, but I took him when he mixed a cut. So Jason Day.
You could have taken his brother Peter. Jeremy.
All right, I'm gonna go out on a limb this week. We're going with Carson Young.
Carson
Young. Got it.
All right. And that is Jolf for you this week. Over to NASCAR. Last week in Atlanta, probably the best race of the year. Great race, fantastic race. Chase Elliott gets his first win of the year, which makes 11 different winners now in NASCAR. It means there's only 5 playoff spots left with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 races to go. Should be pretty good here down the stretch. We do have 3 road courses coming up down the line, and we already have a road course winner in SVG this year. So even if he wins some, that could help. So I think guys are going to be rooting for him. The guys, especially on the bubble, like Bubba Wallace, Kyle Busch, Brad Keselowski, those sort of folk, are going to be rooting for multiple winners. They don't want new winners in here. But road courses are unpredictable. Very possible there's some big names out there who race well on road courses who on wins this year. Tyler Reddick doesn't have one this year. He races very well at road courses. Bowman won this last year. He doesn't have a win this year. Guys who are there and around can make it happen. But for us last week, Parrott had the best out of Chris Buescher. Got him a 9 in the wreck fest that was Atlanta. I got a 15 out of Ryan Preece. Gray, a 32 out of Josh Berry. Jeremy, a 38 out of Austin Cindric. Collected in a big monster wreck. And Dub and Cody both got Blaney because they didn't pick, who finished dead last. This week, Grant Park, 165 in Chi-Town. Our leader is still Parrott at a 16.8. So I'm sure we'll get his picks. Jeremy second with an 18. Gray 19.7 in third. Myself 20.8. And then Dub 24.9. Cody 36.3. So Jeremy, you're leading NASCAR behind Parrott. He's not here. Doesn't have a pick. We're going to start with you this week.
That one hurt last week, but let's go with Ty Gibbs.
Ty Gibbs. Gray.
So I gotta do a 2-part here. So Ty Gibbs is my second pick, but because it all depends on if homeboy can make it, get in the race, all that shit. But my first pick is gonna be Will Brown. And if he doesn't get in, Ty Gibbs.
All right. Will Brown / Ty Gibbs for Gray. And I am going with SVG this week. Got to take him. He's won Chicago. He wins in Chicago when it doesn't fucking rain. and it's not supposed to rain this weekend, so it should be okay. It's going to be hot as balls. It's not going to rain, hopefully. I'm sure there'll be a pop-up thunderstorm right when he's about to win. He'll spin out, finish dead last, because that's how that works.
Poor
We'll
guy.
get Parrots in, but yeah, two road courses back to back, which is kind of weird for NASCAR. We go to Chicago and then Sonoma back to back weeks. So a little road course run coming up for NASCAR here over the next couple. And just to finish, I can't remember if we discussed it or not. The Thunder are the champions of the NBA.
We haven't.
Yeah, I don't think we did. They beat Indy in seven. I know it's been a couple weeks
Mm.
now, so sorry guys, it's late. Halliburton tore his Achilles, sadly. It was terrible to
Oh, it
watch.
was horrible.
Indy
Sucked the air out of the entire game there,
it did, and
unfortunately.
Indy still led at halftime. They had a shot,
Yeah,
but I just
yeah, they
don't
hung
think
in
they
there.
had enough. They had a really bad third quarter. I think they had 13 turnovers in the third quarter alone. Just rough. Scored like
Yeah.
9, 10 points, something like that. Sucks for them, man. And he's out all next year.
Oh, yeah.
Just brutal. And then Miles Turner leaves. I got
Yeah.
the NBA free agency. I'm going to run through as fast as possible here next. But yeah, just brutal for them. I mean, they go from what, they're 36 minutes away from winning a championship to
Yeah.
the whole 2026 year is dead. Like they ain't
Yeah.
doing anything next year. No Halliburton, you're done.
And
Um,
obviously, a lot can happen, but I just don't see them getting back there anytime soon. So
no.
that was like their one chance they had, almost sort of like Dallas last year, but Dallas is now looking pretty good again. But
Ah, ah, they made
well,
some moves, Jeremy. They made some moves.
yeah, yeah.
And also, which by the way, none of us got that. Just FYI. Same thing with the NHL. Not sure if we talked about that. We might have Florida Panthers though beat the Edmonton
Mm.
Oilers to win their second. And Marchand just got a 5-year, 6-year extension, I think, with Florida. So big things happening for them. They're trying to keep that. They're trying to keep that team together. So looking for a three-peat next year. But I'm going to get into NBA free agency. Jeremy, I'm going to go through this absolutely as fast as
Right.
possible.
I've been
Stop
glued
me
to
if you
my
hear anything
thing.
interesting.
Okay.
Um, I'm going all the way back to June 14th, which I think this is big in general because I think the Houston Rockets so far
Mm.
out of everybody has made the most moves, the best moves, and have made themselves a legitimate championship contender next year. They re-sign Steven Adams. Big for them, huge,
Hmm.
right? He's
Yeah, yeah.
talented, he's big, he's feisty, great for
Great
them.
locker room guy. Yep.
Yep, 3-year, $39 million deal. Big for Houston there. Memphis Grizzlies the next day, huge trade Desmond Bain to Orlando for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, who probably is now about to be on every single team. Cole Anthony and 4 unprotected first round picks.
Yeah, that was a shocker to
Insane.
me. I thought that's a lot to give up
I
for
would have
for
given
Bane.
up. I think the 2 guys and maybe 2 first round picks is fair.
Yeah.
Bain's good, but they do struggle at guard, and they need that kind of scoring
Yeah.
threat. Monchero and Wagner can't do it all the time, and their guards are okay, but getting Bain is big. Like
Yeah. And I think they might have been one of the worst three-point shooting teams in the league, so that's going to help
yes,
the three-point
yeah,
shooting out.
yep. I
And with
would.
the East struggling, I mean, the East is going to be down next year, so Orlando could try to make a run here.
Yep, they stay healthy. I mean, that's the only reason why they really didn't this year.
Hmm.
They just need to stay healthy. So, yeah, pretty big for them. As we go, Pat Connaughton re-signed with the Bucks, and then really, as it started to all pick up here, the big trade a couple weeks ago, Kevin Durant gets traded from the Suns to the Houston Rockets for Jalen Green, Dylan Brooks, and the 10th pick in the draft with 5 second-round picks. Obviously, again, huge for Houston. The Jalen Green thing, I get they had to get rid of somebody, but it doesn't make sense. Jalen Green is literally Devin Booker. They're the same freaking player, right? I mean,
Yeah.
Jalen Green and Devin Booker are the same guy. They really are. So you're
Yeah.
gonna have 2 of the same people there in Phoenix. Dylan Brooks obviously brings you a little bit of grit, but yeah, it's rough. Gonna be rough for Phoenix. Booker probably get a super max, but yeah, tough one there. Chris Middleton gets re-signed by the Wizards. Next day, then Boston trades Drew Holiday for Anthony Simmons, 2 second-round picks as well. I think that's great for Boston. They got a
It's
younger
a wonderful,
guard
it's a
who can
great
shoot
trade.
the three. Drew Holiday isn't bad, but he's getting old. Um, you know, I think it's a solid trade for the Celtics there. Um, it's not going to replace Jason Tatum, but it's a solid trade. So it could help. I just don't know
Yeah.
exactly don't know how far or where they're going to go. But it helps regardless. It definitely does. But again, you're adding a 3-point shooter to a 3-point shooting team. So it's not
Yeah.
going
Perfect.
to do much. Portland Trailblazers picked up Matisse Thybulle's option. The Pelicans then traded CJ McCollum, Kelly Olynyk to the Wizards for Jordan Poole, excuse me, and Sadiq Bey, and also the 40th pick in the draft. The Wizards, man, they're kind of making some moves here. They could be
Yeah.
that
I,
surprise team out of the East next year with some of the talent they're getting.
I like what they're doing, and they had a good draft. So yeah, I'm sort of liking the direction they're heading in.
Yeah, it's not bad. The Wizards are going to go into the radar next year, I think for sure.
Hmm.
Um, and then another Celtics trade again that same day, very day right after they traded Holiday, they ended up trading Kristaps Porzingis to the Hawks.
Yeah.
Um,
They did not get much for him at all either.
yeah, it's a three-way. So hold on, let me try and get this. So Porzingis and a second round pick to the Hawks. Terrence Mann and Atlanta's 22, number 22 first round pick went to the Nets, and George Niang and a second rounder went to the Celtics. Niang, again, gritty.
Yeah.
I loved him in Cleveland, but solid guy for Boston. Just, it's a good bench player. So not
That
too
was that was
bad.
a pure salary cap move right there. That's
Yes,
all that
Yep.
100,
was.
100%. And I mean, honestly, you get rid of a guy who, yeah, Porzingis' upside is very high, but he's proven to not stay healthy over the last 3 straight years.
Right.
So no reason to keep him around. Just, yeah.
Hey, they, they got the ring. They got the ring with him. We're good.
Hmm. Hmm.
Yeah. Yep. Yes, they did. Yep. They got what they needed out of him. That is for sure. And then Kyrie, kind of surprising move, declined a $43 million player option to sign a 3-year, $119 million extension with Dallas, saving them money so they could go out and get people. I like it. Kyrie
Yeah,
still
good
wants to
move.
win. Good
Yeah.
for him. Rockets re-signed Fred Van Vliet to a 2-year, $50 million deal. The Jazz exercised John Collins' $26.5 million player option. He will stay with them this
We had no
upcoming.
choice on that one. He had a
Next,
player option, and he's
yeah,
not refusing that.
it's not a bad thing. I mean, he's a good player. He's a double-double guy. I mean,
Yeah.
that's beautiful for them. Spurs and Pacers traded some picks. The Hornets traded Mark Williams to the Suns, which I find hilarious. Did he pass his physical? Does anybody know?
Yeah, I don't know.
Does that does anybody know? And they ended up getting Liam McNeely, who was the number 29th pick in the draft, and Micic from the Suns as well for traded a 2029 first round pick. So 4 years from now, Charlotte should be cleaning up on that.
Yeah.
Um, uh, the Trailblazers ended up trading Cedric Coward, who they drafted with the number 11 pick, to the Memphis Grizzlies for the number 16 pick, Yang Hansen, and a 2028 first round pick and two second round picks. Interesting. I actually did not see this draft night. I hate when they do this shit. It
Oh,
confuses
I
the
know.
hell out of me. Um, because the very next one, same thing must have happened. The Hawks traded Derek Queen to the Pelicans for Asa Newell. So a couple
Oh, yeah.
more first round draft day trades. Um, the Wizards ended up selecting guard Walter Clayton Jr. with the number 18 pick and traded him to the Jazz for the number 21 pick,
Yes.
Will Riley.
I'm
Uh,
happy about that one.
Not too bad. The Heat show they're interested in Jonathan Kuminga. Nothing's happened there. And the Thunder traded their 24th pick, Nike Clifford, to the Kings for a 2027 protected first round pick. Draft moves, don't care. Austin Reeves turned down a 4-year, $89 million extension from the Lakers.
That was surprising. I'm not sure what's going on there. That was a little surprising to me.
It says he's eligible to sign a 4-year, $98 million extension or opt out of the final year of his contract next year. So
So
that
maybe he
could be
wants to
why.
keep options open there.
Yep, that's what that's going to be happening.
Yeah.
There was news that there's going to be a move possibly for Devin Booker to sign a huge contract extension, but have not seen that come through yet.
Hmm.
More trades, blah, blah, blah. No one cares about picks. Here's where the fun starts because now free agency starts at this point. Nas Reed re-signs with the Timberwolves, new 5-year, $125 million contract. Huge for them. Six man of the year. Great for them.
Yeah,
The
great player.
one The one that kind of confused me, and I'm interested as a Cavs fan here, the Bulls traded Lonzo Ball, excuse me, to the Cavs for Isaac Okoro. Um, High upside trade, I get it. Now you have another guard there. Okoro didn't score much, and Lonzo can be a 10-10-10 sort of guy, but he's got to stay healthy. And at least Okoro
Yeah,
can defense.
he gets
So,
hurt so much. I don't know.
yeah, again, high upside, but whew, that floor is very, very low. Just brutal there. The Warriors, excuse me, did tender a $0.9 million contract offer to Jonathan Kuminga, which makes him a restricted free agent. Davion Mitchell re-signed with Miami Heat. Cavs re-signed Sam Merrill. I'm sorry, not the Lakers. The Clippers, Nicholas Batum declined his $4.9 million players option. Garrett Temple re-signed with the Toronto Raptors. The Thunder are trading guard Dylan Jones and a second round pick to the Wizards. The Wizards are sending guard Colby Jones to the Thunder, who will waive him. So a bunch of nothing going on there.
Hmm.
Thunder re-signed Jalen Williams, their backup center,
Not the good one.
not
Yeah.
the good one, their backup center, to a 3-year, $24 million extension. LeBron is exercising his $52.6 million player option because he says, I don't have $1 billion
Surprisingly.
yet. Fuck them. Fuck the Lakers. They just
I
sold for
don't have
10
a
billion.
billion dollars
Fuck them.
yet.
Give him
Fuck
my
'em.
money. And then he's going to complain when he doesn't get a team around him to win a title. In between all this, Michael Beasley
Oh.
excuse me, Malik Beasley will no longer be playing in the NBA ever again. And he probably will be in jail here sooner than later.
Oh no.
If you don't know about his gambling stuff, just go and watch some of the
Yeah.
stuff on Twitter. It is hilarious.
And he
Uh,
literally was right about to sign a 3-year, like $40 million
yeah.
contract with
Uh,
Detroit. Oh
He was
my
right there
God.
and saved Detroit some money.
Yeah.
Yeah, 3 or $42 million would have been the deal.
Oh, it's crazy.
Lakers Dorian Finney-Smith declined his $15.4 million players option. We'll get back to him later. Kelly Oubre picked up his player option. He is staying with the 76ers this year. Julius Randle signed a 3-year, $100 million deal to stay with the Timberwolves. They're keeping their squad together. Duncan Robinson declined his $20 million. I think he ended up going to Detroit today. We'll get there in a little bit.
Yeah.
The Jazz traded Colin Sexton and a 2030 second round pick, might not even be alive by then, to the Charlotte Hornets for center Yusuf Nurkic because the Jazz don't have enough centers, Jeremy.
Yeah, I don't know if we're gonna cut him or keep him. I'm not really sure, but that I love Sexton, but we have been trying to trade him for a while now.
You never have enough centers. The 76ers declining Lonnie Walker the fourth option. Harden declining his $36.3 million option, but will sign a 2-year, $81.5 million deal. God, the strip clubs in LA have to be happy. Bobby Portis signs a 3-year, $44 million extension, or I'm sorry, contract to return to the Bucks, not an extension. 76ers declining Eric Gordon's deal. Thunder intend to sign guard Jay Mitchell to a 3-year deal worth $9 million. The Rockets forward Jabari Smith signs a 5-year, $122 million rookie extension. That's beautiful.
Mm,
DeAndre Ayton got bought out by the Trailblazers.
yeah,
Um,
so he's available. Lakers is the rumor
Yeah,
for
it
that one.
sounds like Lakers. Yeah, I need Boston. They need a center. They did sign Garza. He's a third
Yeah, yeah.
stringer,
yes.
backup
Luka.
at best.
I
Yep.
like Garza
God, he's a
The
fucking third stringer.
though.
Zaire Williams is going to sign with the Brooklyn Nets. Guard Colin Gillespie signing a 1-year deal with the Phoenix Suns. Joe Ingles, who's 100 years old, is
England Joe.
returning to the Timberwolves for a 1-year, $3.6 million deal.
I thought for sure he was retiring. I can't
I
believe he's
did,
coming
I
back.
did too, man, but good for him.
Yeah.
Deron Sharp signed with the Nets. Batum returning to the Clippers on a 2-year, $11.5 million deal. So the
Mm.
Clippers saved money there because it was going to be a 1-year, $8 million. He gets a 2-year, 11.5 to stay there. The Jazz are buying out Jordan Clarkson. I would not be shocked if he comes back to Cleveland.
It looks like he's going to the Knicks, is what I
Oh, is
heard.
he?
So
Okay.
yeah, I
I
love
think
Jordan Clarkson.
I figured, like the Jazz are overbooked with big men, the Cavs will be overbooked with guards.
Yeah, exactly.
Um, Mike Brown is going to have a second meeting with the Knicks for his head coaching job, which is hilarious.
Yeah.
The Grizzlies are I'm sorry, they signed Jaren Jackson to a 5-year, $240 million extension.
Big contract. Yep.
Monster max deal there. Santi Aldama agreed to a 3-year, $52.5 million deal to come back to the Grizzlies. Great two-way player right there. Dude is super underrated. Dorian Finney-Smith signed a 4-year, $53 million deal with the Houston Rockets. You can hear that a lot, the Rockets.
Hmm.
Paul Reed ended up signing a 2-year deal to return to the Pistons. Grizzlies ended up signing guard Cam Spencer. Jake LaRava signed with the Lakers. Don't even know who that is. So
Yeah, I
yeah,
don't know that one
finished with
either.
the Kings last year. 2-year, $12 million deal. Trey Jones signed a 3-year, $24 million deal to return to the Bulls. Guard D'Angelo Russell, 2-year, $13 million deal with the Mavericks. Be back in
Yeah,
a
good pickup
three.
there, I think.
Great,
With
great
Kyrie
move.
being out for the year, that's a good pickup.
Yeah, great move. In a very interesting trade, which I love for Denver, they traded Michael
Oh
Porter
yeah.
Jr., which don't get me wrong, love Michael Porter Jr.
Can't play
And
defense though.
exactly, and gets a first round pick in 2032 to the Brooklyn Nets for Cam Johnson. Cam
Yeah.
Johnson, dude can shoot lights out.
Yeah, I love that. I love that trade too.
They got a younger Michael Porter Jr. who shoots
Hmm.
better and can play some defense.
He's more
That's
consistent too. Porter's very streaky.
Yeah,
So
great trade for Denver there. Ty Jerome ended up signing a 3-year, $28 million deal with the Grizzlies.
yeah, so let me ask you as a Cavs fan, because I guess it came down to Merrill and Jerome. Who would you have rather had?
I would have re-signed Jerome. The
Okay.
only reason why they didn't is because Merrill's younger.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the only reason.
Yeah.
In all honesty,
I do like Jerome. I really do.
I like his
Mainly.
game. He struggled in the playoffs.
Yeah, he really did struggle his shooting in the
He had a
playoffs.
really good regular season though.
Hmm.
So
Where
I
did
love
he go again? What did you say?
Memphis.
Memphis. All right, that's a good pickup. Good
Yep. So
pickup.
he'll be Morant's backup, which will be fantastic.
Yeah.
Kevin Porter Jr. Re-signed with the Bucks. Bruce Brown re-signed with the Nuggets.
He's back in Denver.
Yeah, back in Denver. Kevin Looney had a 2-year, $16 million deal with the Pelicans. Cornette signed a 4-year, $41 million deal with the Spurs, which I found wild because I thought he stunk in Boston. And now he's gonna
He's making a lot of money there.
back up Wemby. What are we doing here? I don't know. He must have a lot of money to spend. Clint Capella goes back to the Rockets.
Yeah, back to the Rocket. He had his
Big,
best years there, so
he did. Big move there. 3-year, $21.5 million deal. They get him for cheap. Karis LeVert signed a 2-year, $29 million deal with the Pistons. Brooke Lopez signed a 2-year, $18 million deal with the Clippers. Luka Garza signed a 2-year, $5.5 million deal with the Boston Celtics. Nickel Walker-Alexander signed a 4-year, $62 million deal with the Hawks. Big move there. He was really good
yeah,
in the last
good
year.
role player for sure.
Yep, very good. It was really a sign and trade. The Hawks they signed him. They traded a second round pick in 2027 to the Timberwolves there.
Yeah.
Free agent guard Tyus Jones signed with the Magic for 1 year. How about this? Local legend. Well, to me and Gray, not so much you, Jeremy.
Yeah.
Nigel Hayes Davis, EuroLeague Finals MVP, went to Wisconsin. Where did he play at? He play at Central? Where did he play? Start Central? Where'd Nigel play
Yeah,
at?
one of the two of those.
But yeah, he is coming back to where's he at? The Suns, signed with the Suns. So good for
Oh,
Nigel getting back in the NBA. He was Turkish Cup
nice.
champion and Finals MVP in the EuroLeague. So he's
Wow, that's great.
still young. The Hawks signed Luke Kennard to a 1-year, $11 million deal. Mason Plumlee signed a 1-year, $3.6 million deal with the Hornets. Taurean Prince re-signed with the Bucks for 2 years, $7 million. Yeah, Jordan Clarkson expected to sign with the Knicks. Hasn't happened yet.
Yeah.
Trendon Watford signed a 2-year, $5.5 million deal with the 76ers. Gary Trent Jr. re-signed with the Bucks on a 2-year, $7.5 million deal. And the big news this morning, the most highest paid player in sports, not in the NBA, not in baseball, right now, guaranteed, right, is Shea Gilgeous.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Mm.
$71.25 million a year. Obviously, Otani will pass that. But right now, right
Well
now,
deserved. Well
he
deserved.
is the most 4 year, $285 million super max deal
Mm.
for the champion, for the MVP, for the Thunder.
Thank you, Paul George.
Yeah, no shit.
I,
Another big, guy who played for the 76ers. I'm going to butcher his name. Girshan Yabusele signed a 2 year, $12 million deal with the Knicks. Miles Turner, big one today,
yeah,
signed
that
a
was a big one.
4 year, $107 million contract with the Milwaukee Bucks.
That's
He
a big one.
did not come back to Indiana. Sounds like he wants to win, so he's going to be there with the Bucks. Um, and then right after that, the Bucks waived Damian Lillard.
Yeah,
And they still owe him like, what do they have to
tons
do?
of money.
They have to pay
Tons.
him. They have to pay his remaining $113 million.
Yeah, they're gonna be. I think I heard like 22 million a year for a
Yeah,
while.
yeah. Wild shit there. The Kings traded, I'm sorry, Jonas Valanciunas to Denver for Dario Saric.
Good
Um,
move, Denver again. I
yep,
think good backup now.
get a great backup for
Yeah,
Jokic. Gary Harris signed with the Bucks. Pat Connaughton, yep. Dennis Schroeder, or I'm sorry, not re-signed, excuse me. He signed a 3 year, $45 million deal with the Kings. He wanted to re-sign
yes.
with the Pistons, and they didn't want him, which
Which
is
I believe now
wild.
that is his 10th team, by the way. I believe. So he's been
Is that
around.
our next game here in a couple
Yeah.
months, because I'm pretty sure you used him the
I
last
think
time
I
you
did.
did
I think yeah, yeah.
around the world with Dennis Schroeder.
That's
Uh,
right.
Jericho Sims signed a 2 year deal with the Milwaukee Bucks. Sandro Mamukavala Savalala re-signed with the Toronto Raptors. The Raptors also re-signed their center, Jakob Poeltl, 4 year,
Yeah.
$104 million deal. Great signing for them.
That's a lot of money though. I thought that was I don't know, that might be an overpay, but we'll
I
see.
think I think it is, but they don't have any
Yeah, it
bigs.
is
They
Toronto.
needed
I
him.
mean, they're not going to get a
So
lot of free agents
yeah,
to go there, so
they needed him. Forward Josh Minott signed a 2 year, $5 million deal with the Celtics. I don't know who that is. Tim Hardaway Jr. signed a 1 year deal with the Nuggets. Another not bad move for the Nuggets.
right.
Duncan Robinson signing a 3 year, $48 million deal with the
Dang, that's a lot of
Detroit
money.
Pistons. And the Pistons are trading Simone Fontecchio to the Miami Heat as the sign and trade for Duncan Robinson.
Okay.
And Trey Mann signed a 3 year, $24 million deal with the Charlotte Hornets. Whew!
Hmm.
We're caught up.
A lot of action.
Yeah, that took a lot. I think out of everything, and Jeremy, I'm sorry, I got to pick on you here.
Uh-oh.
Just through the draft, what the fuck are the Jazz thinking?
Well, I mean, some are saying they had the best draft, so, you know.
What? Yeah, but you guys drafted a guy who didn't even want to go there.
Yeah, but you know, Danny Ainge, he's like he doesn't care. I mean, if he drafts you, you're playing for our team. So he reported, it's okay.
Yeah,
He's
I mean,
happy to be here.
I think the upside's there. I just don't see bright future there for a
Well,
guy who didn't want to be there.
I mean, he's gonna get the playing time. He could be a star, you know. And if he turns this team around, the fans are gonna love him.
If
So
I were the Jazz, I would have taken Fears.
yeah, I don't know.
I loved him. I thought he played very, very, very good in college.
That's the Oklahoma kid, right?
Yeah, yep, went to Oklahoma.
Yeah, but he couldn't shoot. Like he says he's a shooter, but he shot like 29% from threes. Now, granted, he's young, but
Yeah, I mean, but I think he has a better mid-range game than three-point game.
true.
Kind of like SGA. Not to that ability. I'm just saying
Yeah,
SGA is
yeah.
a better mid-ranger than three-point shooter. I'm just saying I would have taken him, and I would have taken him because you could have bought a jersey that says zero fears, which is better.
I like it. I don't know.
So
Well, we got the Florida kid who was a stud in the tournament, so I don't know. I like what they did.
I think my favorite meme was, dude, you went to Rutgers. Why would you not want to go to the Jazz?
I still can't get over that Rutgers was a horrible team with two top five picks. That still boggles my mind. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, the rest of the team probably wasn't good, but you think those two could at least carry them to a winning record.
I mean, normally
But
one guy carries teams to a couple
yeah,
upset wins in the tournament. Jeez.
yeah. So I'm a little worried about that.
Yeah.
So this has nothing to do with your NBA shit going on right now. I was just reading some posts about people bitching about, the Browns getting their stadium
Yep.
and
Oh yeah.
and they're going to take 600 million from unclaimed funds to help pay for that. and they were bitching. I'm like, I should just go on there and look. And I had two things on there in unclaimed funds. One's under $25 and one's between 50 and 100. So I'm like, all right, I'll
What?
start it. So I just took the time to look up I'm only on one of the people right now on this call, and they may or may not have a sister that has something under $25 in unclaimed funds.
That's
That's what I'm
great.
talking about.
Yeah. So if you want to let your sister know, I don't know, it might be $1, might be $24.99. We don't know.
Oh, she may owe you dinner. Yeah.
Anything for me?
No, I looked your name up and you're not there.
Shit.
I just owe money. I don't have any money coming in, so
I think one's your aunt, I believe, right?
What's our initials? First initial.
A. Do you have a? Oh, maybe not. Same last name, but
As
A
me?
lives in. Huh?
As
Yeah,
me?
must
Oh
not
no,
be you.
that's the other family in the area.
Oh, that's the other one. Okay.
Yep.
Because the other one, it's a shared account between um, it was with Fifth Third with sister and mom.
There you go. Oh, that's what I'm just a little mad I don't have any unclaimed funds,
I
honestly.
know. I was looking for you. I'm like, damn it,
A little
nothing.
disappointing.
darn.
I was hoping I would have had 1 million of that unclaimed
Hey,
fund, but
hey,
I guess not.
hey, J Bone, you live in St. Mary's, right?
New Bremen.
Or oh, you're New Bremen. All
Yeah.
right. Let's see if I can find you some money.
The Bremen nerd.
Oh
That'd be
yeah.
awesome if you have some unclaimed stuff. I was like, because I looked at it like years ago, and I just looked. I'm like, shit, I have two things on here.
That's funny.
There's uh Simone in New Waterford, a Whitney, and a Phyllis.
Phyllis.
Doesn't ring a. I don't know anybody named Phyllis or any of those names.
Well, they all might happen to be part of that. They share a name like you.
Oh yeah.
How
That's
do
funny.
what are you looking at?
Yeah, what are
Unclaimed
you looking
funds.
at?
.ohio.gov. I forget
Okay.
all about it. I usually look at it because we as a
It's
company have
literally
to send, if people don't cash their checks, you have to file it with unclaimed funds.
it's just unclaimed
Huh.
fund
.ohio.gov.
dot
It's
Ohio.
legit. Like we have to send stuff to it every year if people don't cash their checks. Because like by law, you have to send it to unclaimed funds. And then that money just sits there.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Huh. Is it where you're at now?
That's what I put. I just put because you can look up just your name, but
Oh.
then to make the filter smaller, it just makes sense to.
Oh yeah, I was like, huh, maybe my old city had that, but no. That's all right.
Yeah, no. So I put mine and I'm like looking at what I got to file with it. I'm like, I don't want to put all this shit in there. I got to fill out a W-9 for what? It's under $600. Shouldn't have to do that. Give them
I
a
mean,
copy of my license.
what exactly would that even come from though?
What's that?
Like just unclaimed funds in general. Like what does that
So
even
for example, like you don't, like I said, you don't cash a check or they sent you a check and you didn't cash it. Like, like we do that as a company. We send a check to somebody, they don't ever cash the check. We don't ever show it as that. So then our accountant gets to say, hey, these checks are showing what happened. So like, for example, one of mine is from um, Finance, which is an investment company. And I'm like, oh, I never cashed out the rest of my money. And then the other's from a bank, which I still bank with.
I,
So it might have been something they owed me.
I like it because one of the people on here reporting business name is GameStop. They owe them under $25.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. And then my better half has something too that needs to be claimed. So I'm going to claim it for her. Make payable to cash.
That's what I'm talking
No,
about.
she'll get an email and be like, what is this? They just sent me this. I'm like, oh, I know. I'm trying to get your unclaimed funds that's under $25.
That's
And go,
interesting. Well,
yeah. It's a legit thing.
gonna have to text my
Um,
sister.
yeah. Did you see her on there?
Yep.
And yeah, so it could be like $1, it could be $2. You don't know, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know my
Huh.
wife's SSN.
Well, my wife has something in there between $25 and $50.
There
Oh
you go.
yeah, there we
Tell her.
go.
I am
Get
going
it.
to. This is great.
That'll buy some more
Yeah.
diapers. There we go.
This is
Yeah,
awesome.
so I didn't realize, like, I've known about this for years because we, like I said, we have to do it every year. But I always forget to look for myself, and I haven't looked in several years. I'm like, shit, people owe me money. And they don't owe me because by law at the end of the year you give it to the government, and then the government holds it until somebody claims it.
I'm gonna find this. I'm gonna get people who I know. I'm just gonna start typing in their names, and I'm gonna be like, "Hey, go claim this and give me 5%. See how much money I can make off of it."
Well,
That's
you know
funny.
what you do is you go and you put in their social security number and put their address as your address. No, don't do that. That's illegal.
That's what I'm talking about.
And then I just asked my wife for SSN for what? Like, God, she,
Jesus.
she'll be like, "What's unclaimed funds?"
There's a whole bunch in here. There's a lot of people with your last name.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, not your name, but your last name. Yeah, you got two of them in there. Nice.
Yeah, I just went to cash them out.
Well, I know what I'm gonna do. Well, that was about it. It could be $75, so I'll take 5% of that.
Bitch, I'm the one that told you about this.
Hey, don't hate the player, hate the game.
That's right.
Holy crap. Whoever this Amy Deloach is, she has like 100 in here. Whole bunch of
Dang.
MetLife common demutualization, all under $25, but she got a whole page of her own name. Holy crap. She got over $100. I wonder if she's
Wow.
alive.
Yeah, I
She
bet a
might
lot
not
of them
be.
are deceased probably.
This is awesome. I'm still pissed I don't have any on here. It's bullshit.
Shit. I gotta go back. I messed up. I typed in my name instead of hers. Shit.
That's what I'm talking about. Well, I know what I'm going to be doing now for the next couple days.
It's looking at unclaimed funds. Give me 5%.
I'm just going to search all, just go through everybody's name.
Get in your phone book and look at everybody.
Yeah, like this, like a guy at work. He's on here. Boom. I'm going to tell him about it. That's wild.
Yeah, that's legit. I forgot all about it until I saw the thing about the Browns. So thank you, Brown Stadium.
God,
Get
yeah.
my money back.
Yeah.
Cut the check. Oh, wait, you're about to cut the check. Except to me. Out of everyone I look up, they got something on here. Guess what? Except me.
I'm just gonna start looking up. I'm gonna look up the bird. Let's see if the bird's in here.
It says like thousands.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it'll be like this prison, that county jail.
You're like, oh boy.
Oh boy. Hey. Oh, that's Middleton, Ohio. Damn it. Wait, this is it. It's under $25. That's gotta be. Oh, that's McQueen. Damn it. Son of a bitch. All right, I gotta narrow my search because that's not where's he live? West End. Like search for the bird. See if we find anything for him. Hey bird, I found money for you. Got the
Jesus.
check.
There's a dude with the same name as my boss who has a whole bunch of stuff owed from the Walt Disney Company.
Interesting.
That's interesting. That could be Hulu, that could be Disney
My,
Plus.
my boss has something from Apple.
Nice.
That's what I'm talking about.
I'm gonna look up my other boss's name. Hey, you have unclaimed funds. Go get them. Cut the check, 10%.
That's what I'm saying. Well, interesting.
Hey, oh, he does. I gotta tell him. JP.
This is awesome. Oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna get people rich with their under $25. What a life. That's still bullshit. I can't believe that I don't have anything. Great, write me a check, and I'm not going to claim it just so I can get my name on here.
Nice.
You just want to be a part of it.
Huh. Hmm.
This is great.
We're just having fun. Huh. Well, there's 60 right there. You still owe me 13. Huh? Where are you going? Where? Well, you got money. That's all yours too. That was yours from before. Yeah, well, maybe. So I made an agreement with my kid. I was like, it's like it was a long weekend, needed my hands massaged. And I was like, hey, kid, I'll give you $1 a minute to give me a massage. She's like, make it two. I'm like, $1 a minute. Said $1.50. I said $1 a minute. But I
Oh.
appreciate your negotiating skills. It was good. At least he knows. But he did 47 minutes. I got my hands, my arms, my legs, my feet, my back. I was like, man, I'll pay this kid $1 a minute once a week.
Yeah.
Here's your allowance, kid. And so he was going to tell people, hey, my dad, I got $47 for rubbing my dad. I'm like, no. Don't say
Probably,
that.
Oh boy.
probably wouldn't do that. Probably wouldn't do
Don't
that.
say it like that. You can't do that because I might end up in prison. Don't do that.
It's like the old School of Rock with Jack Black. It's like I've your kids have touched me, and I'm pretty sure I've touched them. It's
Oh,
classic.
shit.
Oh, all right. So NBA's done. Like you said, the Panthers back-to-back champs of the NHL. Um, freaking Kai Schmidt as Dale Earnhardt, Kai Senior today.
I seen you.
Pat Mack, fantastic. Um, yeah, I mean it was a busy week, busy couple
Yeah.
weeks.
Yeah, it's that time of the year where there's, you got baseball going and really just kind of golf and NASCAR. There's not much other, but yeah, you got free agency and drafts and all that. Right before the calm. And it's crazy to say it's July 1st. Well, in 30 days we have football. Hall of Fame game is July 31st. So football is going to be here, unfortunately, before we know it.
Might end up
Yeah,
doing a concert at that Hall of Fame game, maybe.
Nice.
that would be cool.
Chargers Lions.
I don't give a shit about either of them. I just want the concert deal.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
So, um, yeah, that's all we got for this one, I think. And we're gonna see the Schwab, the new Schwab Jr. come up and join us on the next episode. Looking forward to that one. Thanks to Wes Anderson. Thanks to Our Clothing, Credit Squad Landscaping, Connell Barrett, DameTransformation.com. We didn't even do that in the beginning. Sparty Steve, Great Key Merch, Paper Denim Art, and as always, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night.
Sorry, sponsors. We'll get you on the next episode.
I'm off to practice for my hot dog eating contest, which is taking place soon.